let's bring up our first More Than You Bargained For comedian, Stephen Mueller.
Thank you. I hate going first. I said that. Let's see. I'm Steven. I'm 63. I know you're thinking I don't look a day over 62 and a half. But the thing I hate about getting old is like when I observe and listen to old people. I just got back from California and I spent like a night in like a Hampton Inn with the free breakfast the next day. Old people love that. And I'm listening to this old couple next to me, and the guy's like, I'm gonna pack the car at like 10:30. And I'm like, you got one fucking carry-on with casters and your wife's pocketbook. You don't need to schedule packing your car 3 hours before. But I don't know. Have you noticed this like thing lately? Like no matter where you go, everyone's got their hand out for a tip for doing absolutely nothing. I'm not getting any laughs. I had lunch at Cozy the other day in Manhattan. It's kind of like Panera, but with capital letters. And you go and like, I go to place my order, and you have to place your own order on a kiosk. So I'm like, okay. So I order what? Like, you know, smoked turkey with brie, arugula, honey mustard on whole grain. And I go to pay, and the thing defaults to like a 25% tip. I'm like, wait a minute, I just did all the work. And not only that, when I was done eating, I had to like clean up the plates, the silverware, and clean the table. I mean, I pretty much did everything except slaughter the turkey. And you want a tip? So, I don't know, these tip jars, they're like everywhere. They got them at the Chinese takeout, the pizzeria, the dry cleaner, the massage parlor. Actually, I wasn't supposed to say that one out loud. I don't know, my daughter now, she's got a tip crate in front of her. Great. How those 220s got in there, I have no idea. But I don't know. I'm a little anal with my car. I was just wondering, anyone else got this thing I like to call parking lot OCD? It's like when you have to drive around looking for the perfect spot where you're not going to get any dents or dings in your car. So I don't know. I was driving around here tonight. Usually, if I see an open spot, I have to check the car on the right, car on the left, late model Mercedes on the right, red Porsche on the left. I'm going in. But on the other hand, Mike's landscaping truck, 1999 Hyundai Elantra, I'm not parking there. You're not going to be careful. So, I don't know, I couldn't find an acceptable spot here tonight. I was driving around and around, but I finally did find a nice empty fenced-in lot in downtown Bridgeport. And I took an Uber back. I figured it was a small price to pay for Dorothy and peace of mind. By the way, is anyone heading to Bridgeport after the show? So, we got any sports fans here tonight? Yeah! Of course we do. Everyone loves sports. Everyone except me. I don't know. Give you an example. About maybe, 6 or 8 weeks ago, I went out on a date. I met this woman for coffee at Starbucks. It was on a Sunday afternoon, and she's like, oh, that was really, really nice of you to come out today for coffee on, this day. She's like, I guess you're not really a sports fan. I'm like, no, I like pro ball. She's like, the Super Bowl? I'm like, yeah, when is that? She's like, right now. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, I think I left some water home boiling on the stove. I gotta go. I'm like, this has been nice, we'll do this again. Maybe during the playoffs or March Madness. So, yeah, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I just never was into sports. I always said it was always like down between me and Mitchell Greenstein, who was going to get chosen last to play like touch football. And I'd always ask like the two tough kids doing the choosing. I'm like, listen, please, just don't choose me last. I'll give you like the yodels my mom packed me in my Flintstones lunchbox. Just don't choose me last. But I paid the price my entire life for not liking sports. No promotions at work, lost friendships, even my daughters make fun of me. But I finally came up with a workaround. What I figured out is I don't need to know anything about sports. I just need to make everyone else think I know about sports. Monday morning, all the guys are bullshitting about the game. I walk up to like the biggest guy in the crowd, I like slam him in the chest. I'm like, see that fucking game yesterday? He's like, which game? I'm like, don't give me that. And you see that ref's call? I'm like, give me a break. He's like, which call? I'm like, you know what? I don't want to fucking talk about it. And then I spin around and I hightail the hell out of there. And one of my coworkers are like, you know what? Fucking guy loves sports. He really knows his shit too. So I haven't worked in like 10 years, and the problem is when you don't work, it's hard getting up every day, looking at yourself in the mirror, and saying, you know what, I'm doing something with my life. And I hang out at Starbucks, people are walking in, they're like, you're in here every day, like, what do you do? So I'm like, I'm an actor. I actually did take acting lessons for like 2 years, so but I always get that dreaded follow-up question, which is, what have I seen you in? That's when I really have to start acting. I'm like, well, you know, my work's a little avant-garde. It's a little obscure. I'm working on several projects. I can't really talk about it. My agent and my attorney, I had to sign some NDAs, you know, like Stormy Daniels, non-disclosures. But I'm working on projects. They don't need to know that I'm cleaning out my junk drawer this afternoon and my kitchen is my project. But seriously, I have been auditioning. I went to an audition a couple of weeks ago. I've been auditioning for some dramatic roles like Shakespeare, Hamlet, shit like that. So I went for an audition, and when you go for an audition, it's basically a room full of people in chairs, and there's like one door, and they call you in one at a time. And it's like the director, the producer, the stage manager, they're all sitting there. So they hand me the sides, which that's the script for you non-actors. And they're like, show us what you can do with this. And I'm like, okay. You can do this. And so I say, my friends, to thine own self be true. Surely, as they will follow me. I'm thinking to myself, you know, I think I fucking nailed that. I'm still waiting for the callback. I usually call you like within a day, but you know, the weather's been a little funny. It's cold, hot, you know, we had snow. Probably busy, you know. They're gonna call. All right, my name is Steve.